Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I'm Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Where the hell am I today? I am up at the Safeway on Snoqualmie Ridge. It is June 29th. That's right, the fireworks stands are open. Hey, as you may recall, in the state of Washington, we got pretty uniform firework laws, although it's really a question of how uniform is the enforcement. And then, of course, we have a diverse selection depending on how legal or illegal you want to be. Today, we're just going to go over the rules. We're not going to tell you how to live your life, but we are going to give you all the lines and where they are so you can decide whether you want to scribble inside or outside of them. But tis the season, the fireworks stands are open. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's do a refresher course on Washington State's firework laws. Okay, before we get going too far down the road we're going down, proud to announce that this video is being brought to you by Freelance. Formed in 1994 in Washington State, they've been operating here in beautiful Bellingham, Washington for the last 25 years. Hey, listen, they may have started with the Seattle Slug, but now they're specializing in base plates and brass backstraps. They make parts and components for most major manufacturers, and yes, they can make parts for your pistols, your rifles, and your shotguns. Listen, they live by the motto that more ammo is always better. I live by the motto that, hey, they may not make your firearms, but they're gonna make your firearms a lot better. For more information, visit my good friends at taylorfreelancestore.com/WGL. Okay, like I say, coming to you from the Snoqualmie Ridge right here. We got a nice little fireworks stand. Hey, three real charming ladies here. Come on by, spend some time, spend some money here, okay? Listen, here's the thing. Today is June 29th. The fireworks sales went open official yesterday. What does that mean? Well, in many jurisdictions, and when I mean jurisdictions, I mean municipalities in certain counties. King County, for example, was one. Literally every municipality has banned the sale and use of fireworks altogether. So if you live in some of those areas, hey, most of what I'm about to talk to you, if you want to prescribe with inside the confines of law, it's not going to apply to you. However, many of you may live, like up here clearly in the town of Snoqualmie, where you can still use lawful fireworks. Now, what exactly are we talking about? Well, we're talking about RCW 70.77, and that is where you find all of the state's fireworks laws. So this is not our usual place that we geek out, RCW 9.41, but in Title 70.77. And not only does it list the specific times in which fireworks can be sold, it also tells us when we can actually use or discharge fireworks, and it also limits what you can legally purchase in the state of Washington. Consumer fireworks may be used or discharged each day between the hours of 12 o'clock noon and 11 o'clock p.m. on the 28th of June, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 11 p.m. on the 29th of June to the 3rd of July, and then on the 4th of July between the hours of 9 a.m. and 12 midnight, and between the hours of 9 a.m. and 11 on the 5th of July. And then there is some additional authorizations for use of fireworks on New Year's Eve. But the same section, Title 70.77, also limits what you can buy in a place like that. RCW 70.77.401 specifically states, no fireworks may be sold or offered for sale to the public as consumer fireworks, which are classified as skyrockets or missile-type rockets, firecrackers, salutes, or chasers as defined by the United States Department of Transportation and the Federal Consumer Products Safety Commission, except as provided in RCW 7.77.311. Or what we like to call the cool because now I'm at the tribal lands of the Tulalip Reservation here at their Boom City. And in Washington State, you need to understand that fireworks are basically broken down into two categories. One of the categories is the kind I was able to buy over there at that Safeway. You know, all the sparklers and smoke bombs and cool stuff like that. And then there's another version of fireworks, which we're going to educate you about. Well, that's where you have to come to a place like this. But there is a catch. You see, display fireworks are defined in RCW 70.77.131. However, consumer fireworks, you know, the kind I could get up there at the Safeway, well, they're defined in RCW 70.77.136. Now, I'm not going to bore you with the definitions, but we're going to link them all up down below. Now, while I'm on the land here of the Tulalip Reservation, I can purchase whatever type of fireworks I want. The problem is the minute I take any of the prohibited fireworks under state law off of tribal land, I now am in violation of Washington state law. Now, what is the penalty if you were going to be found in possession, hypothetically, of unlawful fireworks? Well, that's found in RCW 70.77.485, and that statute specifically states, it is unlawful to possess any class or kind of fireworks in violation of this chapter. A violation of this section is 1, a misdemeanor if involving less than 1 pound of fireworks exclusive of external packaging, or 2, a gross misdemeanor if involving 1 pound or more of fireworks exclusive of external packaging. For purposes of this section, external packaging means any material that are not an integral part of the operative unit of fireworks. And then finally, Washington, you have to remember that whether you have legal or illegal fireworks, you can't be a dumbass when it comes to discharging them. Let us all remember what RCW 70.77.488 says, which specifically states, it is unlawful for any person to discharge or use fireworks in a reckless manner which creates a substantial risk of death or serious physical injury to another person or damage to the property of another. A violation of this section is a gross misdemeanor. So that is the laws as it relates to fireworks here in Washington state. Now, as we mentioned at the very beginning of the video, a lot of this also depends on enforcement, and depending on where you reside in Washington state, you may or may not get to celebrate America's birthday come this July 4th. Hey, listen, I do want to thank the 3 wonderful ladies who are running the fireworks stand up here at the Safeway on Snoqualmie Ridge, located right here. Come on up, spend some money. You will have a wonderful time. Listen, if you got any more questions about this or anything else related to firework laws here in the state of Washington, you should know how to get a hold of Washington Gun Law by now. But if you don't, that's okay. That information's down there in the description box. Maybe you got an idea for a video. If you do, try that link right there. Some of the best ideas we had actually weren't our ideas to begin with. And then finally, and most importantly, let's all remember that part of being the lawful and responsible patriot come this Independence Day is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself from the Tulalip Indian Reservation. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Hey, now listen, I said earlier there were 3 very charming ladies at this fireworks stand, and I wasn't kidding. I want to introduce you to Sarah. And as you guys may or may not know, and you're going to learn now, all of these fireworks stands are usually operating for a charitable organization. Sarah, why don't you tell us about your charitable organization here?
My husband and I started a nonprofit organization called Impact Ministries, working with relief aid, humanitarian aid, and orphanages in Ukraine. Before it was all over Russia, but now it's just Ukraine. And so what my son and I have been doing is raising funds for buying medical supplies, relief aid, and we are going ourselves into Ukraine and bringing these things ourselves to people personally, not to the government, but to the people where the need is great. And so this is what we are helping to raise towards the relief aid and especially medical backpacks, which include a lot of stuff in the medical backpacks.
So listen, we're going to go ahead and link up their geographical location. So if you want to come on by and buy some fireworks from there, come on by. And we're also going to link up. So if you just want to give to the charitable organization, let's just go ahead and do it that way. Thank you so much. You guys were wonderful hosts today.
Thank you. It's wonderful meeting you. It's Impact Ministries.
Impact Ministries. Check them out.